So let's continue the same question, why I am here. What is the purpose of life? Okay, now I don't hear. Generally we get into these questions when we are in trouble or when we don't know, when we are in confusion. We may generally see, I have to have this ambition. I need to achieve this. I like these things and I need to get these things. This is what I want to do in my life. Like, I want to become a yoga teacher. I want to live in this place, so I need to get a home there. I need to study this. I need to travel here or there. Like this, we like many things in life, and we are working day and night to fulfill these interests. So when we ask this question, do we really need to get an answer about the purpose of life or why I am here? What I want to achieve or what I should achieve in life? That's where this question will come. What is life? What is the starting point? Is it death is the ending point? So these questions have been asked for ages. Many people, many masters, many wise persons have given answers from different places of this planet at different periods, different timings. When we look into those answers, it seems is not the same. It seems there are different answers for the same question. One person says there is only one God. One person says we are all gods. One person says don't worry about God. But it's not our serious question. Means I need to get answer for that. Otherwise, I can't sleep. This question come and go. I'm doing something I have to enjoy. What I really want to do, where I come from. And it goes further, how the world created, who created, if God, why God created. These questions come and go, that is not really our top priority, because our so-called problems now is different. They are different, right? When this COVID will end, when I can go back to my normal life, when I will travel, when I visit this person or that person, this place or that place, when I live without mask. So if we look into generally people's life, at this stage, whatever the country, place, culture, we have come into this conclusion, a general conclusion. Economically, you need to be fulfill all your requirements. You need to be sufficient. If it is not there, it will be a problem. So generally, if you look around the people's lifestyle, it's about how to survive. It's not simple survival, but the way I want to survive. So these other questions about life, God, this problem, that problem, that is not really bothering us now. Rather, how I can lead the life the way I want, which is generally the economic fulfillment. Starts from there. Then you have the other questions. So that's why I said in the last session, based on this, we set the concepts, the philosophy of our life. So when we are studying this Yoga Sutra, it is not because of this burning question, who is God? Why this world has been created this way? Why I am here? What is my purpose? What was I before taking this birth? What will happen after my death? This question may come and go, but it is not our burning questions. So when we are studying this Yoga Sutra, it may come because of various reasons. You heard, it is good. You heard, it is helping to practice. Or you get this desire, I have to study this. But there is a direct connection of this question, is there any purpose in life? What is the purpose of life? Why I am here? What will happen after this life? For all these questions, the answer is Yoga Sutra. You can ask these questions in many ways, but one answer is Yoga Sutra. So when we study this, when we explore each and every word of this book, what we are looking is answer for all these questions. Otherwise, it will become academic way of learning. I learn physics, I learn maths, I learn painting, I learn yogasana this way. I learn Yoga Sutra also. So the way we want to learn is to know the answer for all these questions. So let us examine, let us explore a little bit more, analyze of these questions. Where I come from? Did I have other life before taking this life? We don't give much importance to this question because that's not our current issue, immediate issue. That's not our challenge. Same way, what will happen after this life? Again, that is not our immediate challenge. That's not our problem. So let us look at our current challenges, current issues. See, generally, like what will be most of the people's issue? They want to be loved, not getting enough love. They want to study at this place, a particular subject, not get the admission. They want to buy a big car, not enough money. They want to get a home, a house in this particular place. Still they need to work hard. Want to get promotion in the office. Want to get into a better status wherever you are, whatever you are doing. So our current issue is all these various things. That person is not respecting me. My family members are not respecting me. I don't get enough recognition at my workplace. All these various issues. But if we ask one question, any action we do, you want to study, you want to be loved, you want to live there, you want to visit there, all these various interests. Through all these various pursuits, we want to get a particular result. That result giving a happy mindset. That result is, after achieving, is bringing that peaceful state. Whatever our pursuit, anything, car, big house, good job, high salary, traveling, whatever our interest, the result at the end is happiness. Suppose you want to get a high post in your working place. If you are a supervisor, you want to become a manager. If you are a manager, you want to become a general manager, director, boss, right? This elevation, this achievement, if it is giving a lot of trouble every day, it is not really allowing to sleep well, eat well, so many challenges thrown upon you, non-stop trouble. What is your interest? Elevation, high position, better position. You got already. But after achieving that, every day non-stop problem, non-stop challenges in many ways. Would you continue that? Obviously no, right? You will find a way how I can get rid of this, how I can solve all these issues or get away from that position. Now you want to become a yoga teacher, say. If you are already a yoga teacher, you want to become a super yoga teacher. Once you become, every time after the class, if the students are saying, I got the pain here, I don't understand what you are teaching, that teacher is better than you. Probably you should do this way, you should do that way. If one or two students are saying, you may think differently. But when a lot of students not accepting the role, the teacher role, which you already wanted to get, you are working very hard to achieve that status position. You got it. But after that, every day you teach, more and more stress, more and more pressure. You keep hearing that comment, this comment, and you don't know what to do. What is the solution? You lose your sleep. What do? Still you will teach? Even if you get a lot of money, if you lose your happiness, if you lose your peace of mind, you find a way how to really find solution for all these things. Otherwise, you get rid of it. Even though you worked hard to achieve that, you will ready to move away from that achievement. You may become a dance teacher. You will say, oh, it's easier, better than this. No comments. I just move few things. I can manage that. So throughout the life, if we see that whatever we are doing, it is not just for the sake of that particular result. It's more than that. The happiness, the peaceful state, which we are getting through that results. Also, any kind of achievement is not giving the same amount of happiness all the time. If we look at our pursuits and achievements through that pursuits and the happiness we received through that pursuits, the happiness first time is different. The happiness after few times it's different. After some time, probably there is no happiness at all. You have this dream that you want to visit this particular place. Say you want to go to Paris. I don't know, COVID situation, people want to go to anywhere, but you have this dream from childhood. You want to go to Paris. You want to visit all the beautiful places there. You have collected so much information. You have heard so many stories, seen many videos. You visited also. Then you got an opportunity to live there, to work and stay for some time. Once you started to live, you were already enjoying, right, that place, because that's why you grab this opportunity to live there. But once you started to live, it's not about the place. Maybe for some time. Afterwards, you are not getting the same happiness. First visit, different. Second visit, different. Started to live, different. Slowly, because of various other issues, the place is no more giving the same happiness which you got at the first time. Also same with people. The same way, many things. Everything is the same, but the experience of happiness is not the same all the time. It is constantly changing. Sometimes the level of happiness may go higher. It's not only necessary that it has to be fade away. Sometimes it will go higher, means you enjoy more, the happiness is more. But after some time, coming down. It may change also. The happiness going down, after some time you feel again some happiness. So if you see, it's always changing. So what we supposed to ask, whatever I do, my purpose is through that result getting that happiness. Why that happiness is not there all the time? Why it is keep changing? And what I should do in order to maintain that happiness? Same way, the pain experience also changing. It is not that when you do something, the result is painful experience, unpleasant experience, and you are not happy, which also changing. It is also not same all the time. So we supposed to ask this question: can I do something by that I gain happiness, pleasant experience, which will not change, which will be there all the time? I do this, I achieve this, with this achievement, I gain this happiness, this pleasant experience, which will not change at any time. And I don't need to really do anything for that after achieving, to maintain that happiness. The Yoga Sutra is the result of this question. Where I can get this eternal happiness. This question is same, equivalent to those other questions. Why I am here? What happens after death? Where is God? Is there any God? But when we look at those questions, it looks like philosophical, because that is not our problem, right? We don't worry every day once you get up from the bed. Is there any God or not? Where this God lives? When this world is created? How this God created the world? You don't get into these questions. Our problem is how to start yoga practice now. Can I do this sequence or not? Can I go for a walk? Do I need to go to office? But whatever we want to do, the result is this search, the same search. Our pursuit, through that we want to get this result, happiness, and we are keep searching where I can get that happiness. Indirectly, we don't really think about it. But actually what we are doing, various activities we are getting into, we have these concepts, this is life, you have to do this. This is the way you need to live. All these concepts is to find this eternal happiness, to get the answer, to get the solution, which is same of these other so-called philosophical questions. And that's where all this, when it goes into the philosophical questions, all these conflicts comes. Different traditions, different school of thought, different masters, different religions, different ways of practice. Within that, then there is a lot of arguments, conflicts, even that leads to war. Because these questions we can't get into certain answer by logically. Why? This answer answer for these questions. It requires to go a deeper side of it, which we don't see yet. In one college, there was this discussion going on. It's a philosophy department, philosophy class. And they were discussing about various religions and this concept of God. One person, a bright student, put his argument. In this classroom, have anyone hear anything from God? Directly. Nobody. Have anyone seen God? No. Have anyone have that sensation, right? That connecting with that. I touch the God, I feel it. Did anybody have this before? Said no. So he said, therefore, nobody seen, nobody touched, nobody heard, no God. Another student stood up. Have you seen this student's brain? They all said no. Have you heard anything from his brain? All said no. Have you touched, felt his brain? Said no. So he concluded. So therefore, this student doesn't have a brain. Logic is like that. In fact, the whole concept, when people are talking about God, no God, now it's more about consciousness, the concept of consciousness. The whole science world, when they are studying, searching, doing many researches on that. In the same way, how with all the senses we feel everything. And without knowing what is the limitation of this mind, or without really giving the exploration other side, trying to find answer. God should be like this, or consciousness should be like this. And that's where all our masters are coming. Because it requires more than the senses, whatever the senses we have, through that we are really relating with everything. So when we go deeper side of this subject, we need to have this clarity. What is I am searching, what is I am looking in this life, whatever I am doing, at the end it is nothing but happiness. If we are not clear in that, we don't connect with our daily pursuit, with the explanation given in this book. Like we study maths, 1 plus 1 is equal to, right? 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Just by heart. We don't really look into more than that. So we can't study Yoga Sutra that way. Atha yoga nusasanam yogas chitta vritti nirodha. We can chant, we can repeat. We can keep saying, okay, Patanjali says, Patanjali says, Patanjali says. It will never become our experience. Because every word here giving the deeper aspect of our life. It is taking us to a new dimension which we don't experience so far. So even if you don't ask this question, who am I? What am I searching? What I want to achieve? What happens after death? Who is God? Where is God? Even if you don't ask these questions, at least we need to look into this question, which is, I am looking for happiness. Any pursuit, any kind of activity is very straightforward experience for every beings. We can look into that from the day, from the time we get up, from the time you start to sleep. It is not only at the beginning of sleeping, even while sleeping. What kind of experience we are looking for? Pleasant experience, peaceful experience, happy experience. So that is everybody's experience. Now that's where we need to look into and asking this question. Why I have to do many things in order to gain this happy experience? Is there, I can do something? Is there anything which I can do through that? I get the happiness which will never change. Forget about truth of life. That's not our issue. Forget about God. God is there, not there, not sitting. That is not our problem. But I am expecting, looking for this pleasant experience, which is keep on changing. It is not holding all the time. So, where I can get that eternal happiness. This question, that search, that pursuit it has to be stronger. It has to come through your experience, through your heart. It's not just because of you hear now, or it's not because you read something. When you are so hungry, what you will do? Looking for food, nothing else. Nothing will come in our mind. You wanted to go there, you wanted to do this. You want to achieve this and that, but when we are totally hungry, extremely hungry, first thing, full attention, full focus is where I can get my food. Nothing else will come across the mind. They give another example. Suppose you got fire on the head. Did we sit and watch this program? Immediate, you don't need to even think that. Immediate action, reaction is how to put off that. Next door, it's different. The fire on the head. Nothing else will come. Only this, how to put off the fire. How to appease my hunger. So when we study this Yoga Sutra through various masters, through many stories, this question has to be there. You may ask this now. Okay, I have this question where I can get that eternal happiness. But how do I know? Yoga Sutra has the answer. How do I get the answer? By gossiping about yoga. For that, right now, you have no other choice than believing me. So you have to give that benefit of doubt at the beginning. Because it is not that you read once, you hear once. That you will know straight away. If you are ready, probably. But because this answer been achieved by many through this exploration, we believe now. We start with the belief. But it is not that we end with belief. After studying, after listening, that I will get that eternal happiness after some time, after death. No. While we are hearing all the stories, while we are examining each and every word of this, we can see that slowly this belief is transforming into experience. But when we start, we need to have that fire on the head. How to put off? That's the only focus. That's the only question. When the first sutra, when it says Atha Yoga Anusasana, that Atha, the meaning now, the Sanskrit word Atha. There are many meanings. Let us just understand this now. Let's start to study about yoga. More meaning, we will look into that, but this word now, Atha, why now? I have gone through these various experience, various pursuits. I have this clarity. I need to find, I need to know where I get that eternal happiness. Because if we look back our life, whatever your age until now, I have done many things. If I carefully examine my past experiences, it's very clear. Anything I do, I want to be happy. That's my pursuit. I achieved many things. I was happy also. But that happiness is not staying. To maintain that, I have to do many things. I have to continuously do many things. So where I can get that eternal happiness. Now we should ask one more question. Is there something like that? Is it possible that there is something which gives happiness all the time? we don't know. But what Patanjali and other masters are saying, yes, there is a thing. By knowing that, by achieving that, by getting that, you will get this eternal happiness. And furthermore, you don't need to do anything to maintain that eternal happiness. You may ask this question, you mean we don't need to practice these yoga asanas afterwards? We don't need to sit for meditation? We don't need to do pranayama? We don't need to attend these dry, boring philosophy sessions? Yes. You don't need to do anything to maintain that eternal happiness. Many people lived in that way. We are hearing, reading, rarely seeing also. When people are having that kind of experience, that's where we are getting a little bit of belief on that. And also, along the way, when we practice, we get glimpse of that, where slowly this transformation is taking place. For now, we are starting with the belief, but it is not continuing the same way. So, you prepare mentally. Physically, yes, you are already there. A lot of preparation also done. Many hours of asana practice and various other practice done. But we don't give so much importance to this question. So we just lead the life as it is given or as it is there. So when we give more importance to this question, this search, then when we hear these gossips, it's easy to relate the meaning of it. Otherwise, you feel it is something alien language, which you don't really able to connect, especially when it goes further, talks about different types of samadhis. our thought process, nature of mind, our obstacles, the way to overcome. It becomes more other person's explanation rather than our own experience. It becomes like a very blind following. If it is not the experience. We do many things in life like that. Blind following. Why? Others are doing. A lot of people don't want to give attention to that because many people are doing, so I am doing. There was a staunch devotee. He loves that God very much. Don't ask which God. You can put any name there. He do prayer all the time. He does. He is strongly believing whatever he is getting, it is because of his God. So he is leading a very beautiful life, living on the banks of Ganga, river Ganga, surrounded by beautiful mountain. Every day he is doing his prayers, enjoying the life. One day there was a strong rain, torrential of water pouring. So the water level keep raising. It came into the porch already, his house. He likes that place. He's enjoying there, right? So there is one person coming in a boat, rowboat, calling him. It's raining heavily. Seems like, it may rain more. Hop in the boat. We will go somewhere in a higher place. He says, no. I have my God. My God will save me. Don't worry. You go. Rain continues, water level going further higher, higher, higher. So it has gone to the already ground floor. It has already going further towards second floor. He already saw from second floor window water level is increased. And there was one other person coming on speedboat. saw him. Come on, hop in. It's already increasing, so you'll be drowned. He doesn't want to move. He says, my God will save. You go. More water. The level is keep increasing. He has gone already to the roof. Just on the ledge hanging there. Just on that place. There was helicopter. Asking, come up. Catch this rope. Still he says, no, my God will save. I am fine. No need. You know already, right? So, more water. Whole house already immersed in that. He also drowned, died. When he wakes up, he is in front of the God. He was so furious. Why you didn't save me? Why did you forsake me? Right? You know the answer. What the God says. What else do you think I have to do? I sent a rowboat. I sent a speedboat. I sent a helicopter. But what was his interest? He doesn't want to move anywhere. Water will go down. He has to live there. His interpretation of God will save is, God will save as per my wish. Like that. When we are living, facing the life, many challenges, many painful experiences, many pleasant experiences too. Every time we go through, every time we are achieving that, we are getting or not getting. It is, the life is keep on teaching, keep on showing. See, this is what life. You want to achieve, you got it, but it is not going to stay. You want to have a pleasant experience, not possible all the time. Always teaching. Even at current time period, the situation, what is teaching? It is teaching about how everything constantly changing, how this life is not going to be there all the time, how any achievement is momentary, not permanent. By doing yoga, we all say that, right? Our immune system is stronger. I practice 2 hours every day. I practice for 20 years. I have the best health, strong immune. One simple virus, which we don't even see, which we don't even feel, totally making this whole thing is useless. Momentary, very short. Every day teaching, every moment teaching now, but we don't want to look into that. Our focus is, when this will end, let me get the vaccine. Let this whole thing has to stop. Then let me pursue this. I will do that. I will get that. I will achieve that. Not ready to review the so far whatever we achieved already. Nature of that, result of that. And it will keep teaching some way or other. That's why when we listen from many masters, they are very clearly saying, you know about the condition of life, the nature of life, or nature of yourself. Every moment, it is there in front of you all the time. But you are not seeing it. You are not showing any interest to look into that. You are looking beyond. You are looking somewhere else. You are totally ignoring it. But they say, whatever you ask, these various questions, it is there. Every moment in front of you, teaching, showing. Just we are not either ready, not ready, or we are ignoring. So, this should be our mantra. Where is this eternal happiness? How I can get that? So let's continue in coming sessions. Thank you all. Namaste.